Pillars of Eternity continues. Welcome back to more Pillars of Eternity. I'm your host, the Game Hoarder, and we're doing a little bit of backtracking. As you can see, we must leave no stone unturned. Mr. Satan will not let that happen. Apparently I did not scout here and grab these magical items here in the bear cave, so let's go ahead and get those. Some lockpicks. Not really worth coming back if you ask me, but sure, let's show all the secrets. I actually missed 2 here. So in that sense, it was worth coming back. The other one I was actually looking for, but its location has changed. I think from when they originally made the game. The guide that I've had on hand is the first one that launched and was released for Kickstarter backers. Is the very first printing, I guess. And lots has changed since then, including the locations of scouting items and the names of various NPCs. Also, our ability to find secrets is a little bit better now that Alos's a higher level. This one is nice. It has the minor cloak of protection and some gems. And at this point, I do believe I have an updated guide to find all these secrets. So hopefully we won't be missing any more. But who knows? You never know with the Game Hoarder. I am a different animal at 2 a.m. than I am at 11:19 a.m. Much more alert in the morning than I am after an 8-hour shift of mentally exhausting work. Clear up the old inventory here. The one thing I don't like about doing the backtracking is it kind of breaks the thematic immersion. One minute we're exploring far south, and then we take a quick 18-hour trip back up north. I mean, we might as well go check out the eastern one, no? Alright.
Well?
Decided to head to Gilded Vale. We do have a quest we can turn in here, I believe. Also a secret scouting location under the bed here.
Keeping an eye out.
Not allowed to camp inside a nice fireplace lit room. That is a terrible thing. Well, we know there's some extra camping supplies there. I was going to take this moment to rest my weary bones and my broken ankles and shit. But I think we're going to have to pay at the end, which is fine. We might as well heal up. We are dead out of spells.
What is it?
How do you do?
I brought you Ranga's remedy!
You did. You really did. Afra stares at you a moment, her teary face stunned. Oh, bless you. Bless you. I don't know what to say. I can't thank you enough.
Glad to be of assistance!
Here, take this. I was going to use it to pay Ranga with, but you can have it. Thank you again. I'll take this before I settle into bed. Perhaps I can finally rest easy.
Yeah. Let her believe her lies. If she thinks some placebo is helping her, then so be it. Who am I to say it's not?
Of course.
Uh-oh. Hold, sir, but a moment. A hooded man waits upon the road, clad in green cloak. He strides forward to meet you as you approach, and as a closer distance, his features are revealed for those of a younger man, though lined with wariness. He appears to be favoring his left leg as he walks, and there's a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers, under the knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. It seems you have done dear Offra a great service. The man nods toward the nearby house. Anslog's Compass is a dangerous place, and yet you were willing to venture there to help her. Gilded Vale needs such courage in these dark times. Starthouse willing to do what is necessary to save these people. He turns to look out over the village. Can I count on you among that number? Who are you? Only a man determined to see Gilded Vale restored to its former glory. There was a time, stranger, when Gilded Vale was worthy of its name. The wheat shone like gold on the hills, and the village people lived well. I don't know about golden crops, but there was less flies anyways. And what has become of it now? Whatever has caused the blight upon our lands, it is not the fault of its people. Radric looks to punish us for crimes we have not committed, and in turn he is blind to his own. I am not, and he will pay for what he has done. I, Kursk, swear it by the flame. Like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women for fear of retribution. The man smiles thinly. And so you are warned. If you would press on despite that, however, I wonder if we might help one another. It depends. I do not help others out of charity. I see. His tone belies some disappointment. Well, if I cannot appeal to your sense of justice, perhaps your practical nature will suffice. For the task I ask of you would improve all of our fortunes. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Edric's madness. He would cure Wedwin's legacy by ensuring there are none alive in the village to be afflicted. I fear his own wife, Ygritte, might be at risk. The man has no mercy in him. We have not stood idle. My people and I breached the defenses intent on ending Edric's rule ourselves. We entered through the sewers under cover of night, but we were routed. His face darkens. There are dark creatures down there in the dungeons. The work of Edric's Animancer. It falls to you. Lord Edric has called for further reinforcements, and soon there will be no stopping him. Our time grows short, and in this hour I must beg assistance where I can. He's gonna owe us more than some rubble-strewn plot of land after this. Fling him from the ramparts, or else cut his head from his shoulders. I care not. Once his throne lies empty, Gilded Vale will have the stewardship that it deserves. Whatever your reasons, I can promise you that your aid will not go unrewarded. Lord Edric has amassed the spoils of a long reign. End it, and you may take your fill. Interesting. Oh man. Ronstock's the aristocrat. I will find Redrick and deal with him. And I commend you on your courage and thank you for your assistance, but I would not send you onward without due warning. Redrick's hold is crawling with soldiers and sellswords, all loyal to Redrick. They will not take kindly to intruders. In truth, they will be all the more alert for our failed efforts. A frontal assault would be unwise. If you would brave it, you could follow our steps and seek out the entrance to the sewers at the eastern edge of the moat. He looks away. But several of my men were captured, and maybe the entrance has been found and sealed anew. Those men were under my command. I would be in your debt if you found some means of helping them. Once you make it inside, seek out my old friend Nedmar. He is the high priest, Baratheon. Not to be related with Baratheons from Game of Thrones, I hope, now that the shining god has fallen. A good man in difficult circumstances. He will listen to reason. Durin scoltles, nearly choking on his own disdain. Shining god! He never shone so brightly as when the bomb took him. The moniker is obsolete now. Ash does not shine. It's like if someone was to call you the attractive priest, Durance. Denmark can help you reach Redrick, but he resides in the upper level of Redrick's hold. Protected by guards and mercenaries, you'll have to keep to the shadows if you mean to reach him without alarming the entire keep. I'll carve my own path through. More fun that way. There's a merit in this path, Watcher. Many lessons to be taught, and many at that keep in need of teaching. Kolsk studies you for a moment. So be it, so long as you remember who the real enemy is. His hold lies past the eastern wood. Gods guide you, stranger. Now, I don't think we need to necessarily team up with this guy right now. I'm hoping that we learn more of the story and get more options. I'm not sure we were able to find the secret that is back here as well.
I'll see what I can find.
But we can now. The Unveiling of Secrets. So originally Pasca's name was Hilde, H-I-L-D-E, Hilde, in the first run of the game. And the entire guide that I have calls her Hilde.
Good day to you.
I don't think I need to use camping gear if I rest here. So we'll just have some backup camping gear, I guess. Last for 2 rest. Perception and mechanics. That's fine, because we're about to sell and make some money. Ooh, look, this room looks a little nicer. Doesn't it? There's definitely supposed to be a scouting item here. I actually thought I got this one already. While I'm here, I better pick up some moss. Pick up all these plants around here before Getter 7 gets me. I missed a piece of moss. Can't be missing moss.
Aye?
Alof, come on, man. There might be something else we need to do. Like if I could burn these vines off, that'd be cool.
Are you a giant?
No, but my friend Luglug is.
Well?
Anyways, we've cleared our to-do journal. Find out about secret by underground temple in the Gilded Vale.
As you wish. A blade.
My
in the
only
dark.
guess is that you have to have certain perception, which is why we couldn't see the other ones in the beginning that we originally went through. So maybe that one will appear later as well. We will be back to this town. We still have a quest we need to turn in for the blacksmith here.
Hail, traveler.
Tauno. Great sword, mace, yeah, you can have all this junk. Large shield I may keep. Chewed leather. Bear hides and stuff like that. I'm not sure if I should trade all that stuff. What I am sure I can trade is I like keeping some weapons just for shits and gigs. Regular capes are boring. Minor cloak, definitely not selling that. There we go. Get us a little bit. Retrain, and we can always respec if I fuck up. That's kind of nice. Still can't afford any of the cool magic. I did not read the outworn buckler. Only usable by a paladin. The simple wooden buckler would not be out of place in a pile of surplus training shields. Painted green, it has two black iron straps across its front that form a large axe. It looks like it's taken more than its share of blows, and may have been in use for far too long. But far from the ordinary, the buckler is in fact thousands of years old. Its preservation a testament to the transcendence of its humble creation. The buckler originally belonged to one of the founding members of the Darkosi Paladini, when she was just a squire. Thousands of years ago in the glory days of Old Valia. As it accumulated damage from war and weather, the buckler became an extension of the paladin's own irrepressibility and protectiveness, as well as a symbol that inspired those in her charge. She wore it to every battle of her long and distinguished career, and through the paladin's name would eventually succumb to the ravages of time. The shield has yet to do the same. It is said the shield was also partial to its original master, that it will allow none but a paladin of the similar conviction to touch it. And in times of need, it has a way of making it into the hands of those whose souls mirror the greatest qualities of the Darkosi founder. It's a small shield with some extra deflection, friendly aura, plus 5 all defenses, 3 meters. Pretty cool. We don't have a pally, so we won't worry about it much. Yet. The cape of withdrawal would be good for a mage. Of course, the key is to not let the enemy get to your mages. That's not always possible, as we have seen time and time again, especially with some game hoarder tactics in the mix. The Trials of Durance. Tautana wants us to go to Black Meadow and look for a shipment. And we got to go to Merwald for Eder. Basically traveling to different places. Fine one-handed sword. Let's take our magic stuff out real quick and take a little gander. I like using that stuff. I hoard it too often. Goldenrod Chew! That stuff's awesome. I gotta give that to Lug Lug. Hey, you can't heal if you don't have your cleric alive. Minor Cloak of Protection. +5 Fortitude, Reflex, Will. As cool as Ronstock's Black Cape is, it's for looks only. We're going to give him the Minor Protection Cloak. And since the straps don't really change, Sai, don't worry about changing that. We're good. I'll keep that in our stash. Madrana's Grimoire. I like having the other mage's spellbook, however. Do I just sell it, since there's no spells in there that I need? Or does my party member actually need to be hanging on to it? Yes, that's the fact. The picture must be up here. I'll go ahead and learn that. Ronstock has got to get all the spelly spells. You've learned a new wizard spell. Remember that you must add a new wizard spell to the grimoire before they're available for use. Do I get 2 more of these? Oh no. Okay, just checking. Would you like to gank anything, Aloth? Chill Touch and Feated Caress. That'll cost us 200. I'm not sure how important it is to get everybody all the spells, but Ronstock certainly will siphon all spells from all grimoires. He'll also be in charge of the grimoires. Some extra health there for Eder. Give Eder some Goldenrod Chew as well. I'm going to stash our hide for now. We don't need it in our inventory. We will hang on to all of our little parchments and letters, and grievances that we get from other people. Zorib Quarterstaff. Not sure that's going to be very handy. But it's cooler than your regular quarterstaff, that's for sure. Only Lug Lug is allowed to carry the beer. Thank you very much. I think we're good on these 2 magic weapons. I'll hang on to them for now. Minor recovery. -4 duration of active hostile effects. These potions are generally called upon to avoid the body of poisonous and similar afflictions. Well, he has no more slots, but we can keep that open. This is just a regular wand. And we also have a large shield. It's probably a little bit better than his medium shield, I'd imagine. 16 deflection, but -8 for accuracy. We'll try it out. He is our tank after all. He should have the big bad shield. We'll keep our lockpicks there and our traps till we get to play with those some more. Haven't read this book either. We will save it for our reading session. You need a quick save after that kind of shit. This is how the party is looking so far. So good. I'm going to go to the Esternwood. Just to have some new stuff to look at and check out. Make us a little savey save here. Ooh, more golden celery. Who got peanut butter? Can I hunt deer? Deer's like, fuck you later.
Hi?
Uh-oh. A wick. Immune to charm, confusion, disease, dominated, poison, sick, and unconscious.
Lava will be on seek!
Pulling that aggro. Oh, that guy got fucking gibbed, man.
What is it?
I don't want to get too far behind on our bestiary. Especially as we fight these monsters. So let's do a quick update on that. Look at all that shit. The Wicts. These are kind of like little children zombies? I don't know. On the onset of the Waidwind's legacy, desperate families turned to animancers for help. Transferring a lost soul into a living body was out of the question for most, since almost all the transplants result in immediate awakening of the transplanted soul. The soul would regain the memories of a previous life rather than that of a recently born child. Animancers were pressed to come up with a quick solution, though they cautioned against such haste. If an animal's soul were put into a soulless child's body, the child might gain awareness, instinct, and volition. It was suggested that an animal's soul possesses less individual personality and memory than kith souls. The children might be able to grow into their new soul over time and imprint over the weaker animal's spirit, thus developing into healthy children. Transplants were quickly performed throughout the Deerwood, and tens of thousands of afflicted children underwent the process. These children did seem to regain awareness and volition, and for a time the saved children were believed to be cured. As they aged, however, it became clear that the saved were not like other children. They held little... where's my place? They held little understanding or concern for social norms and often behaved strangely. Upon reaching adolescence, these differences began to manifest in physical changes of an entirely different kind of their maturing peers. The children began to turn into Wicks. The first of these was an Orland adolescent. Having come of age, she sprouted bestial fangs and acquired a feral appetite. Though her family attempted to hide her condition, she eventually butchered them in their beds and escaped into the wilderness. Other saved children soon followed, and vast numbers of broken families were forced to witness their children's transformation into ravening beasts. Dude, that's awesome. You can't fuck with that lore. Look, Wicked. We know that they have a might of 10. Shadows are created when creatures with heavily fractured souls die without re-entering the cycle of rebirth. Because these souls are damaged, they drain essence from other creatures in a futile attempt to repair themselves. The more essence they steal, the more powerful and dangerous shadows become. As they devour essence, they pick up pieces of corporeal matter, giving them a visible, if indistinct, form. Luckily, shadows can only draw a small bit of spiritual energy from souls still attached to a body or bound to an object. They mainly rely on creatures like the Puigra, who can draw souls out of their physical form to help them obtain the essence they crave. Shadows have been known to draw spiritual energy from people while they sleep. When their souls are not bound as strongly to their bodies, these result in horrible nightmares that leave the person in an exhausted stare the next day. If the entire town suddenly begins to suffer nightmares, it is high probable that a strong shadow has taken up residence there. Since shadows absorb spiritual energy, they appear invisible to creatures that rely on spiritual sight. This has led to experiments in binding shadows to armor or other objects to act as a cloak to obscure those who do not wish to be seen by such creatures. Alright, we'll read more later. We have exploring to do. Skagen bone.
Well?
Alright, we've had the hound out for a while. Let's go back to our little astral piggy, who was a bonus if you pre-ordered the game. But who knows, they probably ended up giving it away anyways. Come here, piggy.
Yes?
Aloth is kind of my official mage thief.
Lava will be on seek!
shit. Piece of that kid went flying. Bloop! Vessel flesh. Holy spear spider.
Hey.
Yes. Well?
God, that's a spider leg. Oh shit, an arbalest. A ram horn helm? Look what? Helmets come in many forms, from humble padded cap to fully enclosed steel great helm. Different cultures tend toward different styles of helmets, but outside the regimented armies, the type of helmet an individual wears comes down to personal preference. Might be time for a helmet upgrade for Lug Lug. This calls for the work of Sai the Great. I do like this, but this helmet actually... wait, he's got the magic helmet, though. Resolve and Perception. Man, they just packed that shit away, huh? See, unfortunately, this doesn't have any kind of magic, but... it's a pretty lug-luggish helm. Resolve and Perception. I was kind of liking the bonus to Resolve, honestly. Ours is so low. It's a tough call. I think I'll go ahead and leave this on Lugster for now.
What is it?
Make an executive decision later. Oh shit. Look at the food. We're getting all the herbs and spices. Strange symbols as red and rough as scabs have been carved into some of the trees. It's gross. Getting this map knocked out. Oh, you know there's some up here. And this is a nice little bottleneck, too. Alof, scout ahead! Skellies? Oh, human skellies. Specifically. I better get the priest. Do we have turn undead? Not really. That seems like a nice spell too. Rolling Flame is a bit odd.
Indeed.
A bit bouncy. Whoopsie.
Yes?
You miserable bag of bones. Oh shit to sell.
As you wish.
Hey.
Ah, there's the rest of the skeletons. Holy shit. Yes. We got a Amuana skeleton, a dwarf skeleton, an Orlan skeleton, and another human skeleton. Amuana vs. Amuana!
Well? Bring them down!
Bye-bye, little dwarf Skelly. Send you right back to Helly.
They probably got one dug for me, too. Hope they gave me a nice spot.
Fine, Arbalest.
Many of these are quite recent. Someone's been busy.
I say the Euthasian leads the way.
We must move forward. These are our backer text. I am on a gravestone in Planescape Torment, or not Planescape Torment, I'm in Torment Numenera on a gravestone. But not in Pillars. That was, I believe that was a $500 tier or above.
I shall be discreet.
pick up this little treat. Minor ring of protection. And of course... well, now it's just jamming everything in my... stash here. Deflection. Let's hook up better. He's in the forefront. He can use some protection.
As you wish.
I think that's pretty much it for this area. I'm not quite sure I want to go to Raedric's fortress yet, or his castle. But let's go unlock it on the world map. I believe he said this is how we get there. Yes, there it is, Raedric's Hold. We have all kinds of places to go to. Alright, we're actually going to head back to Anslog's Compass now, since we're picking up and doing things.
As you wish.
You know, I think I decided I am going to put that horned helmet onto Lug. The resolve is not going to help him because his resolve is so bad. So let's go ahead and take this off. Okay. And now that we have this helmet off, I think we'll go ahead and give it to Eder. Unfortunately, Eder, your portrait doesn't get to auto-update like Lug's does. Now I'll go ahead and put this horned helm on. Sweet! Check that out! Portrait updated when I put his helmet on. Wink, wink. More lovely art from Mr. Sai. We appreciate you very much, brother. Custom portraits. As you can see, my portrait Lug folder is starting to increase. Actually got a couple. We got without the cape, with the cape. We will, of course, do a end of video homage to all the different portraits that Sai does for us. Poor Ronstock, though. We need to find him some different armor. Maybe I'll just strip him naked. One other elephant in the room I'd like to address is the fact that last night when I was listening to this, I had the speakers down really low. Lower than I normally do. And that chiming is so much more prevalent over the music that I couldn't hear the music. I could just hear that double chime. And after a while, I Googled, chiming bug in Google. And of course, that 2015 bug came up. So sorry about the confusion. I can hear the music better now. I still think it's a bit... It could have been blended a little bit better. Let's put it that way. But I didn't make this fucking awesome game, so I'll leave it to the creators. Yes. Anyways. Lug portrait is now updated to reflect the horned helm, which suits him much better. And I like how Sai kind of gave him this aggressive, almost looks like he's got some drool or blood dripping. And he's got that psycho blank-eyed stare. We missed a couple items here because I was hauling ass through this section last night, just trying to get shit done. We have more of Fulvano's travels. I met a helpful Darewood woman while in Gilded Vale. She was an invaluable guide during my time in that sorry village and agreed to accompany me some part of the way to Anslog's compass. We parted ways in wilds known as Magrin's Fork, but I gave her my amulet so that she might remember me fondly. Perhaps I'll return to these lands someday after all. Well, thanks for the amulet, Fulvano. We missed a little bit of shiznit over here. Scroll of Prayer Against Fear. We also missed a little bit of some down here. Something Mr. Satan did not comment on, I don't think. Two spots, actually. While traveling west toward Gilded Vale, I encountered a fellow traveler of some considerable intelligence, and we engaged in pleasant conversation. It came to light that the poor fellow had a most execrable pair of boots upon them. I gave him one of my spare sets, and he might better appreciate Valian craftsmanship. May they serve him well, for he said he intended to cross the wilderness known as the Black Meadow. I cannot imagine it is a pleasant place. Well, you can imagine, because we're going to be going there very shortly. Also some amethyst. I don't know how I missed this crate. Lights right up.
Of course.
I think that's pretty much it. Let's see, let me check our controls here. Scouting on and off. It's basically left and right. Double speed. We need to take advantage of the D. Whoa! Look at him go, folks. Of course, just for getting around in areas that we've already explored. We will not be using this normally. So the D key gets you double mode by default. We're going to head back up to Magrin's Fork. Pretty sure I didn't miss anything here. But I think Getter 7 was saying that I forgot to re-get my potions that I earned. I guess I needed to redo all of this.
As you wish. keeping an eye out.
Let's head to Black Meadow. Sounds like a lovely place. We're going to take fast mode off. And get a nice little savey save going here. Get him, Astral Pig! Two of them, lovely. That's just a bad position for that.
Lava will be on seek!
Double Necro Lance.
Love!
So much for you.
Come on, man, get over there.
Yes.
Had to burn up a lot of spells for that. Don't think they're like the classic D&D mobs that would need to be burned with acid or fire. These gangly giants stand twice the height of average humans. Their bodies are covered in large fungal growths which leak foul-smelling, pus-like fluid. Their oversized hands and feet extend to giant claws capable of rending a man in two. Or rendering. Who knows? Dozens of slimy tendrils hang loosely from atop their oversized head, and their vast maws are filled with jagged razor-sharp teeth. Trolls have long faces, long chins, long noses, and this is a children's game, Hoda. And tangled masses of wiry fungus-infected hair on tops of their head. They have never been observed to use weapons, tools, or clothing. Looking at a troll, it can be difficult to tell whether they've evolved in the harmony of lichen, moss, and fungi, or whether they've been overtaken by them. A troll's naturally clammy flesh provides the ideal growing environment for these plants. They provide camouflage as well as some protection from the elements. And the enzymes they produce also offer limited sustenance for the trolls in the lean times. Because of their symbiosis with these plants, trolls generally dwell in heavily wooded areas, although some may occasionally be seen in damp underground environments that also house an abundance of lichens and fungi. I think we read about the dank spore. These giant mushrooms stand nearly as tall as adult amawa and are topped by a broad and colorful cap. Their enormous weight is only held upright by dozens of roots surrounding their base. Dank spores are unique compared to other forms of fungi in their appetite for the souls of living creatures. They often grow and move in groups along the forest floor, searching for weakened or exhausted travelers who are unable to fight back. Once they find a host, they bind to it and supply it with basic nutrients required to keep it alive while they absorb its essence. Dank spores are extremely hostile once they find a host and will attack anything that gets close to their meal with their poisonous barbed roots. Dank spores feed on the most corrupt and splintered energy of soul first, continuing until the host is nothing but a soulless husk. This makes dank spore flesh useful to experienced apothecaries as a cleansing agent and soul purification, medicines, and techniques. Improperly applied, however, this treatment can lead to amnesia, and in extreme cases, soul fracturing. Soul fracking? Sporelings, these cute little sons of bitches, are the larval forms of dank spores. While more mobile and agile than their mature counterparts, these humanoid-shaped creatures are also far weaker. They spawn from the dank spores and use their heightened mobility to seek nourishment. Like dank spores, sporelings feed off both decaying organic matter and soul essence, and they must bulk up on sufficient amount of both before maturing into dank spores themselves. That is some legit writing. Alof,
I shall be discreet.
you're a little scout guy. You go ahead. Follow the road. Not a bad haul today. Watch the road, Wilhelm. I'm itching to try out the new blade. Oh, they're good guys for now. But they are bandits.
Yes?
Yes?
Oh, man. If I would have known it was going to be that kind of party, I would have just opened up a can of whoop ass.
Hey.
We're getting the heels, baby.
Bring them down!
Uh-oh. We got a little update on the Smith shipment. Holy shit. Copper.
I'm not going anywhere like this.
Oh, look, these guys are full. That's cool. Shows you how much shit they're carrying. Did not notice that. Left click and shift sends it right to your stash. Thank you for the tip, Mr. Satan. You have too, lore.
As you wish.
This battered and heavy crate has been pried open at one corner, but its contents remain within. There's a painted hammer and anvil on the side of it. It's Black Hammer Smithery. A tattered note.
I need you to deliver a haul for Kern to sell. He will not speak to you unless you know the words Nick Nippon Ifilion. He's only found in the gift after dark.
Evidence. Greasy chicken bones rattle around the bottom of this crate. Someone carved the initials TRS into the log. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. But stay tuned for more Black Meadow and more Pillars of Eternity. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the Let's Play. We'll be back shortly for more.